Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel. My name is Mike. I'm continuing my Week 2 previews and analysis. This video is for the game between the St. Louis Rams and the Atlanta Falcons. This game will be played at the Georgia Dome. It's the home opener for the Atlanta Falcons, who are coming off a loss last week at the division rival Saints. The Rams, on the other hand, picked up a division win at home, coming from behind to beat the Arizona Cardinals. And the Rams, I think, surprised a lot of people on offense last week. I was expecting a better running attack from them and maybe not as good a passing attack, but you saw just the opposite. You saw our team, Sam Bradford, when he was protected a lot better last year than he has been in years past. It looked like, at least from a pass block perspective, that the acquisition of Jake Long, along with some others across that offensive line, paid off for them. You saw their free agent acquisition, Jared Cook, really come to the forefront. 7 catches, 140 yards for the Rams. And you would think that maybe he can have some success this week too if Bradford gets time again, because the Falcons defense did have some trouble with Jimmy Graham last week. I'm not saying that Cook is at the level of Graham, but they're the same kind of pass-catching tight end. In this game, though, I think in order for the Rams to win, it's going to be more about their defense. Can that defensive front, led by Robert Quinn, who had 3 sacks last week, can he get to the quarterback this week? Can the rest of that defensive line, the defense as a whole, who led the league in sacks last year, can they get to Matt Ryan? Can they get to Matt Ryan, and can they get some semblance of a running game? I don't think they can go into this game and rush for the amount of yards they did and not be as effective as they did against a defense that I think is worse in the Cardinals. I think that's a little bit of a cause for concern, to expect Sam Bradford to go in there and go point for point, pass for pass with Matt Ryan and those weapons in the home opener coming off a loss. I think will be a tall task. On the other hand, for the Falcons, the Falcons come off a divisional loss, a loss in which they saw Matt Ryan get a lot of pressure on him. He was sacked 4 times. There was a lot of pressure put on him throughout the game. I think you saw it affect him a little bit. I also, I'm not overly concerned, though, about the Falcons, because they do have a track record. They do have the high-powered offense. I just think it was a case of Rob Ryan's defense tricking them a little bit. You often see that with both Ryans, Rex and Rob, the first time around when people play them. And then the second time around, the numbers are usually better against a Rob Ryan defense. We'll see how that plays out. But I look for the Falcons to be highly motivated this week. They obviously don't want to put themselves in an 0-2 hole. They're coming back to the Georgia Dome, where they always play extremely well. Remember, you have Steven Jackson going up against his former team in the Rams. Expect him to come out really fired up. For the Falcons, that offensive line that led up those 4 sacks to the Rams last week, to the Saints last week, how did they react? Okay, are they able to keep Robert Quinn and Chris Long and that defensive line and the defense of the Rams at bay in pass protection? If they are, and give Matt Ryan time, I think they'll have a lot of success on this Rams secondary. I think the jury's still out on that Rams secondary. The Cardinals were able to move the ball on them despite the pressure being put on Carlson Palmer by that front 4. So, I think Atlanta comes out again. This is a case you have a team playing at home opener, a team with Super Bowl aspirations, coming off an opening game loss. I think this is a tough spot for the Rams, although I think they'll play hard like they do all week. But I like the Falcons -7 at home against the Rams. I think the Falcons offensive line will do enough. I expect a very big game from Steven Jackson. And again, I think the Rams' inability to run the ball will be the difference here, and they'll put way too much pressure on Sam Bradford. Let me know what you guys think. Hit me up in the YouTube comments. Hit me up on Twitter at @SNewsAnalysis. Guys, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I previewed every game of Week 1, and I'm going to be doing the same with Week 2 and on. And I'm also doing some recaps next week as well. So be sure to subscribe. Thanks again for listening, and have a great day.